Okay, so guys, this is going to be a quick video. I'm going to show you how to replace these. Let's talk about why I'm changing it. So first of all, you know, these controllers, they sort of like tend to get loose after a while. Recently, I've had this 3D printed, but you can also buy it online. No? When I had this 3D printed, it was just 20 pesos a piece, right? But online, it's about 150 for a pair. So I'll drop the link, no? So kung gusto nyo to, right? But I want to show this to you, no? So medyo sobrang luwag na kasi ng joysticks na to, no? Initially, the original one, they were having stick drift already, so I replaced both of them, right? But these ones, you can see here, there, it sort of moves on its own, right? In fact, here, I'll show you, no? Okay, so if you can see that, kita mo, parang it's full until it reaches here, right? Kita mo, parang it doesn't go all the way, right? So, unless you really push it talaga, no? You know, hindi siya, it's like the normal press. It doesn't go all the way, especially this bottom side, okay? So, since we have this, what we're gonna do today is I actually bought this GuliKit joystick replacement. So you can see it right here, right? It was for 899. There are cheaper ones, yung mga Chinese knockoffs. But, you know, I went with this for a couple of reasons. Number one, at least ito branded to, right? And since it's local, it arrived right away, no? So, syempre di ako mapagtiis. I really wanted to play na kaagad, right? So, they actually sell this with two parts, just this one or this with the repair kit. So this one is only 899 and then this one is 1,099, right? Unfortunately, ito walang stock nun. So ito na lang binili ko, right? I bought it on Lazada from Tech Smart Philippines. So I'll send the link in the bottom as well, right? So let's open this up. So straightforward lang naman siya. It's your sticks, right? But this is Hall effect, right? So yung maganda sa Hall effect, that will never have stick drift, right? Because it's actually not an electronic switch. It's actually a magnetic switch, right? So you can see here, and yung switch. Okay, so let's start, no? We're gonna start with the left Joycon. So this one, ito yung may minus, okay? So I actually have a cover here. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take that out, okay? And then ito, usually may cover in yan. You can take that out. Pwede may tabi yan, no? This one, we're gonna throw this away already, no? Because, yan, kita mo. Kita nyo? Medyo sobrang luwag niya. Okay? So, let's start. Okay? So, the tutorial that I'm following is actually called, is actually from the iFixit guide. Okay? And there are a couple of tools that you need. Okay? So, ito papakita ko sa inyo. So, the first one is, this one is like your basic Phillips screwdriver. Okay? And then this one, I'm not too sure if that will be seen, no? It's called a tri-wing, no? So, parang cross siya, right? So, yan. Ganyan siya. Okay, 1.5. All right, and then of course you've got your um, tweezers. However, I already have nicer ones, no? So we'll be using these tweezers instead. Okay, and then you need a prying tool. Kung wala kayo nito, you can just use a credit card. Napakadali. Okay, so let's make this like a little bit closer para at least medyo makita nyo. Okay, for the first step here, you actually have 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're gonna use the tri-wing or the tri-screwdriver to take these out. Okay. Now that's done, you need to get the spudger or maybe a credit card to slowly pry it open. You pry it in the bottom right here. No, just lift it up a bit. Okay, and then just run it around. Okay, don't open it all the way. Just run it. Once it's popped open, don't open it all the way. You open it like this, parang libro, like a book. Because there are 2 ribbon connectors and they're very sensitive and delicate. 1, 2. So you don't really want that. Now over here you can see the battery connector right there. There are 2 cables. The first thing that you should always do when you deal with electronics is that you take off the power just so something won't short. So you just pry it upwards, no? Paakyat. There you go. So the motion for this one is upwards, like that. And then you can see there, those are the 2 connectors. Now let's take out the battery. So don't pull the cable. There. Once it's loose, just pull it up like that, and let's place that aside. Now you can see here, okay, there are 3 screws that we need to remove. There's actually multiple screws here. The ones that we need to remove is this one, this, and that. So you use the small Phillips screwdriver and you just remove all of them, no? Make sure that you set them aside properly so you won't lose them. Once that is done, you should be able to move the mid frame, but be careful when you remove the mid frame because there's a ribbon cable, this one right here, that's still connected to the ZL button. So open it up like a book again and just be very careful when you remove it. What needs to be done is we're gonna disconnect that. What you need to do is place that lock up like that. So paakyat siya. When you place it down, it locks. When you move it up, it unlocks. Once it's unlocked, just pull it out. Okay, let's put it aside and be very careful with that. It's very thin. Okay, the next one is we remove this one. That's actually the ribbon that connects to the minus button. So almost the same thing, right? So you see that? Once it's up, that means it's unlocked. And then just pull it out. Now the last one is we have to remove the joystick's ribbon cable. So same thing, just push it up. There, kita mo? It goes upwards. And then with that, you can pull out the ribbon cable there. Tanggal na siya. Now, we have 2 more screws that we're gonna remove using the Phillips screwdriver. So there you go. And that's the reason why we had to remove this ribbon cable, because it's hitting. So let's take it out. So that's it, no? So you can see how loose it is already. You know, it's moving by itself. Ang pangit niya. So now let's compare the two. So you've got the GuliKit on the right. There you go. And this one has the GuliKit logo. Alright. So yan, tapon nyo na yan. So here, you have to prop up the ribbon cable. So that's why we disconnected it, no? There you go. So you can see there. So you get your Phillips screw. And let's just do a reverse process and plug in those 2 Phillips screws. And here's the second one. You don't have to tighten them so much kasi baka ma-de-thread yan. Okay? So, next, you place back the connector for the Joycon. So you just place that in. Make sure that the connector lock is upwards, because if not, you won't be able to place that in, no? So there you go. Now once that's in, just lock it down. So downwards siya. Now let's connect the minus button connector. So ito medyo nahirapan ako, that's why it took some time. Let's just forward it a bit. But basically just place it in. There you go. So this one, medyo baliktad siya. Then you place it down like that. So let's place in the mid frame now. So you get the ZL flex cable. Okay, make sure it's unlocked there. I unlocked it. And then I locked it down. And then ayan, connected na siya. So place the mid frame on top, but just make sure that the cable is not going to get ipit or pinched, right? So guide it as you're closing it. Okay. Now once that's down, just test the buttons, right? Just double check everything, right? So you don't have to open it up again. Okay. Now we have to place in those 3 screws, those 3 Phillips screws. 1, 2, and then 3 here in the bottom. So usually, when I place these down, I don't tighten it all the way, right? Because that's something that I like to do at the end. So now that's done, we can place back the battery. Okay, so here I like to use the plastic tweezers para hindi siya mag-short. So this one just goes straight down. Just push it down until you hear a click. Yan, nag-click na siya here. And then when you close it, nothing gets ipit. Right? Now here, medyo nahirapan ako to close it because you actually have to align it. Parang may ngipin siya. There, you see it there? There you go. Right there. You have to make sure that that aligns and then it slides in. Okay? Final step na tayo, guys. So you get your 4 screws using that tri-point screwdriver. So just screw that in. 2, 3, and 4. So that's that. Very, very simple lang, guys. And now it's much, much better. So now it's time to test it. Okay, so go to calibrate control sticks. And then there, it looks good. So much better. So guys, always test this at the tail end. So now let's test the rest of the buttons. So you just go all the way down to test input devices and test controller buttons. And test all the buttons, right? To make sure that your work is correct. Okay? Yan. Now we're done with the left Joy-Con. Alright. Now, let's work on the right Joy-Con. Okay. So for this one, guys, the process for this medyo similar, but it's slightly different. Okay, so let's start with the 4 tri-point screws. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Ito, binalikan ko pa. Medyo nakain siya ng konti. So this first part, medyo same lang naman. Just pop it open, start from the bottom. Okay. And make sure that ingatan nyo yung pagkabukas. When you open it, naka-slide yan. Kita mo to? Yan. May parang nakaipit dyan, right? So you have to sort of push this up a bit. And then maghiwalay siyang ganyan. And then you can open it up. So you've got the antenna there, and then you've got the 2 flex cables. So first things first, you have to disconnect the power, and once again use the plastic tweezers. So like I showed you kanina, straight up lang yan. So try to place the tweezers directly under it so you can prop it up. There you go. And then over here, you can pop open the battery. May parang sticker kasi yan eh. That's why. Now we move on to the antenna. So this one just pops out straight. Upwards motion yan, guys. So just pull it out straight up. Yan. It just locks in like that. Okay, now take your Phillips. And then we're going to remove what's called the mid-frame. So you've got the 3 screws. Medyo mirror lang siya. 1, 2, 3. And then you have the bottom one over there. So let's start. 1. Better talaga if you're using a magnetic screwdriver, so it's easier. Kung hindi, mahuhulog yan sa loob. 2. And then the bottom third. There you go. Now, once you have that disconnected, just like the other one, you have the Z button flex cable there. So, ingatan nyo yan. So, that just goes up like that. But this one's a bit short. This is the hardest part. You can actually do this without disconnecting the flex cable. So, you can move it to the side there. But honestly, I would still remove it. So, you can see it there, no? It's like the shortest ribbon talaga. So, for me, I'd rather remove it. So, lift it up, the lock, lift up the lock, and then pull out the cable. There you go. Alright. And put it aside. Okay, what's nice about this, you can see here, you can already take out the cable and the Joycon. So once again, lift it up and then pull out the cable. And then take your Phillips and then remove the 2 screws. So 1, 2. Sorry, this one, medyo nilagyan ko ng silly putty because the cover wasn't connecting anymore. It wasn't staying put. Anyway, yan, tanggal na siya. So same thing. There's actually no distinguishment between the left and the right joystick. So either one yan. So let's just start going backwards. Plug in the joystick. And then let's place in the flex cable. So just place it up, make sure that the lock is facing up. And then now that's in, place it down. Place the lock down. Yan. Okay. Now let's screw the joystick in. So 2 screws lang yan. 1, 2. And then ito medyo nahulog kasi yung R button. So there's like a small spring there, so you just have to be careful na hindi siya matanggal. Okay, now you get the mid frame. Okay, so this is the hard part. So yan. Ang ikli kasi ng cable. So this one, you have to place back the mid frame. So I'm sorry I had a hard time recording this because this was a hard part of the procedure. So just make sure that the lock is up again and then slowly place in the cable. So really good tweezers helps here. Okay, there you go. Now let's go ahead and screw that down. So let's get the 3 Phillips screws that we had a while ago. So 1, 2, and then the third bottom one. Okay. Now go get the antenna. Okay. So this one's super easy. There's no positive, negative here. So you just place it there. You align it to the coax. You see that parang dot? You just have to align it. And then once it's aligned, you push it down, no, until you hear like a small click sound. There you go. Now once that's in, you have to route it around the battery. And then this antenna slides in there to the right of the battery compartment, right there. Okay. So now go get your battery. Okay, place it down until it sticks to the sticker. And then get your tweezers. Sorry, let's use the plastics one So at least it won't short, no? So yeah, just push it down until it clicks. And then same thing here, just align it and then place it down. And then get the tri-point screws. So screw them all down. That's 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And then that's it. We're done. Okay, now let's go ahead and test it. So you can see here, go to test button. So just like a while ago, you've got all the buttons, R, RZ, the push down, and then the home button. Now the next one is, you have to go all the way down here, all the way here to calibrate control sticks. Okay, so move the one that we just fixed. So here you can see, hindi siya nakagitna. It's not centered, right? So it sticks right there. So this may happen to you. So what you have to do is you have to recalibrate it. So you can see it's not in the center here, right? So just recalibrate it. So right, down, left, up, and then rotate. The calibration's done. There you can see here. Now it's already centered. There you go. So let's try the other side again. Centered, right, down, left, up, and let's go around. So there you go, guys. That's how you change your joysticks into Hall effect, all the way from opening it to testing and recalibrating it. So you can see here, medyo sobrang luma na talaga nito. But this wasn't even my first stick, right? Both of them. Very, very old. They actually didn't even have drift. It's just that it was very loose. You can see there. Physical issue talaga siya. So, super easy, guys. Just do it yourself. And once again, if you guys want to see more of the stuff that I do with regards to the tech stuff, don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Okay, ingat. Bye, everyone.